So this is my first video. Behind me is the lock foil, and that's up the glen, and I'm about to head up to waterfall. So I am still on my retreat, so this video is going to be brief. At the end of my retreat I will be doing the Rob Roy way from King House, so missing off some of it. Fingers crossed doing the extension. This is my first ever YouTube video. I was encouraged to do it by my landlord, Jerry, because I do go to interesting places. I don't drive, everything's by foot or by train. I think if I not very good with the old video camera, but you'd be able to see Ben Vorlick. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Had a swim in the lock, 2 swims today. Sun's out, so I might have a swim in the waterfall up top. Take a little video if I do. This feels very strange and alien, but I think it's important to capture our journeys sometimes. I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I like to be on my own, so having a phone and a camera is something quite different. And I might not even do anything with it, but let's see. Anyway, to be continued. So as you can see, it's quite brackeny and steep. Beautiful larch trees, silver birches, cliff tops. You can hear the running water. Nearly there. The state of my legs, they're not particularly looking very attractive. A few cuts, some dry skin, but you know, this is the life of a hiker. I'm about to get in. That was very cold, about 7 degrees. It was a bit more of a splash and a dunk, but never regret a wild swim or a wild dunk. So I've just come from Balquhidder, and I've got 10 miles to go to Killin, where I've got my first night. It's raining. This is the path. Backpack is heavier than I expected. It's about 15 kilograms, but that's mostly food and a heavy duty sleeping bag. So 10 miles to go. It's 11:30, and first night I've put myself into a hotel before I go out into the wild. So here we go. Just having a quick stop. Still quite close to the roads, but I am now in the woods, and as you can see there's a stream. Keen to get away from the sound of cars. My bag is already feeling heavy, and I've done about 10 minutes. It's just the shape of the bag. It's fine. It's going to get lighter the more I eat. And I should be heading up to a lock soon. That's where I'm going to make my next entry, and I'm going to have a swim before I head into Killin for the evening. Just heading further up now, up to Glen. Don't know if it's Glen Ogle or Glen Ogle. Just passing over a bridge. The autumn colours are beautiful. Can't really make it out on my phone, but yeah, it's nice to be going over water. Oh, I can see a lock. Here we go. It's very wet. There's Loch Earn, another view, and it seems to be wetter and claggier the further up I go. Wish me luck. I made it to the lock. It's 2 o'clock. It's 2.5 hours. I'm gonna see if I can go in for a swim, then continue on to Killin. It's a little bit wet. Such beautiful colours here though. I'm 40 minutes from Killin, so it's gone really quick. Looking forward to taking my bag off. I made it to Killin. You could see all the people on the bridge. It's definitely a touristy destination. Yeah, I'm gonna dump my bag, find my room, and go look at the falls of Balquhidder. Maybe no skinny dipping. There's lots of people there. And then I'm gonna feed myself, get some food, find a local pub.
Right, or you can use the left. If you use the left.
So this is my lovely room at the Killin Hotel. Done my bag. TV, so I don't think I'll be watching that. Some lovely Highland cows. And oh my gosh, there's a bath! Da, 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 da. I am so having a bath tonight. Great. Thank you, Scotland. And it's very nice to put my feet up. It's been a long day. I always like going up to the top of hotels just to see what's there. And there's a ladder, but it's padlocked. Shoes are no longer waterproof, so having to nick wax them every day. But these are the Scarpa Peak Gore-Tex shoes. I don't think they make them anymore. They're so comfortable. But yeah, I'm hoping this daily spraying can get me through the bogs. 6 in the morning here, 6:30. Woke up about 5:30. Didn't really sleep. Lots of banging in the hotel. Friday night. Oh, it's full moon. Full moon today, and finally got my period. It's been a intense, emotional the last few days. Massive spot just popped up. Was brewing for a while, and so today's the biggest descent of the route. I think it's up to 500 and something meters. It's going to be quite a challenge today. Elements for 4 days. Got breakfast here at the hotel as a treat, and then I'll set off about 10:30 and find somewhere to wild camp. I might camp up the top by the lock if I'm really tired, but I think I'll make enough distance to eventually come back down to Loch Tay, so we'll see what happens. But I've got enough food, back's heavy again, I've got my 2 legs. And looking forward to sleeping outside actually. It's going to be quiet. Well, if not quiet, it's going to be the sounds of nature. The rain rather than drunk people. So maybe not drunk, but you know, just looking forward to the elements. That's the view over Killin, and Loch Tay is down there. I'm glad I decided to come up. I think I've done about 800 feet, the OS app is saying. So kind of like a quarter of the way up, maybe a bit more. It's not too bad, my legs are fine. It's actually my upper back. I don't think the bag quite fits me right, but oh well. Yeah, it's beautiful, it's clearing, the sun's coming out. Oh my gosh, there's a rainbow. Okay, it's definitely a good sign. I'm going to take a little picture of the rainbow. It's just hailing a second ago. It's really beautiful, the spirits opened out onto the moors. Reminds me a bit of the Peak District. And there is the reservoir and the dam. It's pretty epic. It looks pretty wild and choppy. Very tempted to go in, but I've still got a way to go. I'm going to keep myself dry for this one. But yeah, it looks pretty epic. And here's the quarry, which is just by the reservoir. Gonna try and find some shelter and eat some food. The rain is coming in hard. Oh look, the quarry has a little, its own little lock. How pretty. I'm gonna stop for some food now. This is my lunch. Just coming up the final bit of the ascent. It's been pretty windy and quite tough. I'm looking forward to going downhill. I've got about 3 hours to go. There has just been a rainbow either side most of my walk. As much pain as I'm in. It's so beautiful. I much appreciate it. So I made it to Holiday Cottages. The kettle is on. Rosemary, who runs the place, it's gorgeous. She left me some cakes. I'm gonna go down to Loch Tay and swim. My back, my upper back is so sore. Wow. I didn't realise when I came down off the hill, and I didn't see anyone at all until I came down into the village. The last bit was another 3 miles on the road. Yeah, so I've decided, because my back is really painful and I don't know, hypermobility and everything. My legs are fine, absolutely fine. I'm gonna give myself 2 days here because the weather doesn't look good tomorrow, and then head up to Glen Ormond when the weather's better, and I've got 2 nights, 3 days walking to get to Aberfeldy. It's really beautiful here, so I'm just going to enjoy myself, and the money that I've spent for an extra night here would probably be what I'd spend seeing an osteopath. So you got to live a little. That's how I justify it. And now I'm going to eat a cake, drink some tea, and go for a swim and relax. There is toilet with shower. There is TV with DVDs. Amazing. There's bananagrams. There's my bed. There's a sofa. Oh, look at the view from the window. Cereal, kettle, and there's a little fridge in there. There's the cakes, and a little fridge, sink, even an apron. Amazing. I'm very happy. Oh my god, I can't describe how good this gingery, creamy thing tastes right now. 7 hours of hiking. Wow. Yeah, it was worth it. This was definitely a nice surprise, and I feel very much alive, which is the point of all this, isn't it? Here I am in my tiny pod for the night, and the weather looks good for tomorrow. Not so good right now. Well, it's always good, but tomorrow looks sunny and cold, perfect for going up top. So this is about probably a third or a quarter of what I've been carrying. I've kind of eaten a lot of it, but I wasn't sure how many places would have shops for food, so the last 2 days I've been carrying maybe like 3 times this. Definitely, food's heavy. Food is very heavy. So it's pretty wet, but it's 10 in the morning and I'm about to go for a nice wet swim in Loch Tay. It's my rest day. That's my idea of a rest day. It's a bit too wet to go anywhere up top, and I'm supposed to be resting anyway, so the cold water will do my muscles good. So I've literally just about to go for my swim. I slipped on the mud, landed on my wrist and my bum cheek. Did that about a week ago. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know if this is going to change my plans. It's very painful. I'm still going for a swim. That was a great swim. Probably about 10 degrees, maybe 9. Definitely woke me up and ready for breakfast now. A slight change of plan. This is where I am in the beautiful Holly Cottage just here. So the fall I had down to the loch for a swim here, my wrist is really sore, my back's a bit sore, so I've decided instead of going up Glen Almond and doing the extension, I'm still going to go up there and see how far I can walk in 2 hours, come back down. So I'm leaving my bag here, I won't have to carry everything, and then tonight I'm going to stay in Kenmore. I booked myself into a place which you'll see later. It was a bit desperate. I'm just worried about my back, and it's going to be pretty cold up there. The host here, Rosemary, was like, you'd probably be fine. So I'm kind of like, did I make the right decision? I just spent too much money. But oh well. At least tonight, when the moon is up, I'm going to go for a lovely loch swim and then continue on to Aberfeldy with a night's wild camping. So October the 30th. Never realised I said what date I was starting my journey. Started on the 27th. Just walking up the burn. Never quite seen puffball mushrooms growing like this. There's some in various stages of maturity, but not seen them clump together. Interesting. Past my first traveller, also doing the Rob Roy way, coming the other way, Aussie guy, and I don't know where he's come from or how long he's been going, but he said he hasn't seen another backpacker for 2 weeks. Hello, officer. fix my bag problem, I just undid that Velcro strap at the top and just left it open so it's not digging in between my shoulder blades. Oh, it's so much better. I wish I'd tried that earlier, but yeah, it's good to know. I've got 4 miles left, I think. About an hour and 40, maybe a bit less if I'm quick. Just at the falls now. Gonna have a look round. It's beautiful, the air is really clean, the sun's out, and the trees are absolutely stunning, the colours, especially the beech trees, which is my favourite tree. I'm stashing my camping stuff in this wood tonight. A bit of a risk, I'm hoping no one finds it because I don't want to carry it back down and then up again to Kenmore, because this is where I'll sleep tomorrow night. Hope it's still there tomorrow. I'm going to drop a pin so I know exactly where it is, do a bit more camouflaging. I was like, where are the towels? And they are being warmed on this towel rack. Amazing. And bath. I am so happy right now. And I'm also really looking forward to my wild camp tomorrow. And they've got a washing machine and a dryer, so I can wash my one change of clothes. So I'm just going somewhere a little bit more secluded for my swim, rather than having all the people in their rooms look out. It's a nice little woods here. Yeah, had about half a glass of wine. I haven't drunk for a while, so I feel a bit tipsy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this evening. It's going to be great. And there is underfloor heating. My feet are so happy, so warm.
Through the night, a band of showery rain also moving its way across Wales and the Midlands, up into parts of northern England and to East Anglia as we go towards the end of the night. Now behind that band of rain, we'll see some slightly clearer skies developing. Clear skies too across parts of Scotland, which will allow temperatures to drop below freezing in some sheltered parts of the Highlands.
Wow.
But here we should see some sunshine during tomorrow, albeit with a scattering of showers in the north when you're exposed to that north or northeast.
So it dropped below 0 last night. There's frost you can see on the chairs. Slight setback. I think I might have broken my my toe swimming yesterday. It was really cold and I hit it on something, didn't think too much of it, and it's very swollen and sore. I'm going to strap it up to this one and see if I can do some hiking today. I'm hoping it's not broken, but it feels like it is. Happy Halloween. It's going for a misty morning swim. It's funny, my stay where I'm staying looks a bit like Harry Potter. There's frost on the lawn. Very cold. Wow, that was colder than yesterday. That was about 7 degrees in the water. It was great, the mist on the water, the ducks are out. Wow. So I'm at the viewpoint now in Tay Forest. Very pretty. So I'm going to be staying over here tonight. Hopefully my tent's still in there. Yeah, going to head down soon, get some food and find a place to camp up there. Need to find some water as well. But I've got the OS map so I can find a stream. Got some food for dinner. I'm gonna have hot dinner. Got potato scones, tatty scones, nice. Now is the long, well it's not long, but the steep section to go find my tent. I'm gonna be hungry, very hungry in about half an hour. There we go, just put up the inner part of the tent. This spot was a bit less tussocky and you can see it, there's a view of the mountain. So for me it's important to have good energy where I'm camping. This spot seems pretty good. There it is, the Balquhidder Soloist. I think it's 1.2 kilograms. And lightweight. I wouldn't want to use it in a storm. It is meant to rain tonight, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, and I just need to now blow up my air mattress and sort my stuff out, and then dinner. And then I think I'm going to go to bed early and look at the view some more. This here is my roll mat, or my airbed. It's quite heavy, probably about over 1 kilogram, but it's so comfy and you inflate it by hand. This is my rather expensive Sea to Summit air pillow. So there it is. I paid a bit more for this, it's called Deluxe, so it's about the size of a regular pillow. And I'll just show you underneath, this has 2 valves. One is just for deflating it, and if you just open this one, it's for inflating. So once you put the air in, it doesn't come back out, and you can adjust how squidgy you want it. I slept with it in the Cairngorms and I slept very well, so it was definitely a good purchase. It's only about 105 grams as well. My landlord bought me this. It's quite heavy. It's a solar powered battery pack, so you can just press the button, fully charged. Haven't used it yet. And Petzl Area 2 head torch. You got some bright lights. You can switch to red, green and blue. My toe's not looking too happy. Just don't know what's wrong with it, if it's broken or not. And there is where the tick head is. Oh well, not much I can do about them, either of them at the moment. I'm going to disinfect the tick bite though. Charcoal flavoured cheese. I don't really understand, but it tastes good right now. So I'm going to finish eating. Oh god, the potato scones are so good. It gets dark quite early now because the clock changes. So I think it gets dark about 4:45. I'm going to get in my tent once I've eaten, made my tea, and listen to the Beef and Dairy Network podcast because it's so funny. My favourite episode is the one called Kenny. I think it's episode 73. So funny. And hopefully have an early night's sleep, and then set off and go to Aberfeldy, which is about 7 miles. Peace. It's only just gone 5, but it's already getting dark. This is actually my first wild camp on my own that's not been part of a retreat or anything, so yeah, I'm very tired, my back's sore, and yeah, everything's a faff. Everything you need to know where stuff is. Yeah. I hope I sleep well and that no one finds me. Anyway, good night, and Aberfeldy tomorrow. So 1st of November, obviously you can tell it's raining. Just packed up my tent, tried to keep everything as dry as possible. The tent was pretty damp inside just from condensation. The tent's wet, sleeping bag's dry. I can dry everything out when I get to Aberfeldy, it's no big deal. My jacket, my wrap jacket, doesn't seem to be holding up to, well, I don't know, I've had it for about a year. I'm not going to lie, the walk to Aberfeldy was grim. It was so wet and everything's wet. Shoes, down jacket, tent, bag. I just about dried this one out. I'm in my Airbnb in Aberfeldy. It's a little studio, it's nice. Shoes are drying out on the heater, and there's a heated towel rail, so drying out other bits. And then I'm going to head into town, get some food, make a curry, hot curry, spicy. I was going to move my train ticket to Friday because I was like, I don't think I want a wild camp there's another storm coming, but I found in Pitlochry they're shutting on Saturday actually, a little Airbnb or like a bed and breakfast place for £70 including breakfast, and I'm just going to do it so I can actually walk there on the Friday. So finish the Rob Roy walk and then have a bit of a nice day, and then I've got an 8.5-hour train journey, and I go back to London and work and make some money back. Just about warmed up. It's ginger tea and chocolate, but it was a bit of a miserable day. But walking isn't always, there's always a bit of uncertainty, and just happens to be a very wet week, but I'm still alive, and I think I had fun. It was like type 2 fun. 2nd of November, the rain has stopped. I slept like a log last night. I slept a solid 8 hours, went to bed at 8, woke up at 5. Yesterday I walked along the road here rather than go up the Berks of Aberfeldy because I was soaking wet, and it was so wet, raining really hard. So this morning I'm gonna nip up here, go up the Berks of Aberfeldy, maybe have a swim, come back down, and then I'm gonna do a walk into the forest here, and I want to go up to Loch Glassy, it's called, and then link that up to this loch here, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce, and then take a route down and back into town, which is there, and that should be a good solid day's walking. Then tomorrow I'm continuing on the Rob Roy way all the way to Pitlochry, where I'm staying for one night, and then I'm going home. As well. It's going to continue going up. come across a tree, and I don't know what tree it is, but I'm in love with it. It is so beautiful. I'm going to take a picture to show you. Noticing how tall and spindly the trees are, the larch, the beech trees, to get the light coming up from the waterfall down below, silver birch. Debating whether to climb around the side of this so that I can go down for a swim where there's no one around. So I climbed over, but it might be a bit tricky to go for a swim here. The water is powerful, so I think I'm going to respect this one. Might try go around the side, but save it for later. A couple of books on wild swimming in Scotland. I think I'm good on that one though, I'm pretty sorted. Down there is Balquhidder. Actually climbed up quite high. Need to get to the lock and back before it gets dark. So it's like 2:45 now. Nearly there. Final day of walking today. Balquhidder to Pitlochry. Just made a morning coffee. Try and avoid coffee if I can, but where I'm staying has a coffee machine, so I'm just fueling up and I will aim to leave at 10 o'clock. Just coming up to the whiskey distillery. It's 10 in the morning, a bit early for a whiskey, aiming to get to Pitlochry in 4 hours time, by 2. Just on the main road at the moment, so I'm walking fast as I'm keen to get off it. Not a massive fan of walking on roads, but yeah, maybe another half a mile and turn left just before the cemetery. Having a little break before the path goes up to the old railway. Little pee stop. I'm really hungry already. It's only been like 45 minutes, so yeah, I usually try and walk until I need to either pee or my bag is excruciating, but it's nice and quiet here. Some hazel trees, so I'm going to eat something, chill for a bit. There's no rush. Better get used to my chocolate. Chocolate's actually quite heavy, relatively. I brought 8 of these packs up with me on the journey. Surprised I've still got 2 left, to be honest. I eat like 1 a day. It's changing into shorts as well. My sexy knee braces. I've lost so much weight, I'm having to use bungee cord to keep my shorts up. Oh dear. On the old railway now. I think I'm about a quarter of the way in. Not feeling too bad. And the river's still down there. I'm gonna do another hour's walk, I think, and then have another stop. And now comes the ascent into the woods and then down to Pitlochry, the last stretch. Just on most of the ascent. You can see opened out to some beautiful views behind me. I'm gonna have a little pit stop. Then I've got just over an hour to go. Actually wasn't too bad, even with a heavy bag. If you don't have a bag, not bad at all. About 2 miles to go. I was just admiring this amazing lichen. So beautiful. I don't know the names of them, but my friend does. It just means the air is really clean as well. Made it. Pitlochry is my room. Final destination. It's kind of very quirky, homely. My little legs held up. Look at my calf muscle. I don't know if you can see how strong it is. Yeah, there's a whiskey distillery down the road, so I might go get a whiskey as a little present for my landlord, Jerry, because he's Irish. And then watch some TV and relax. Just found the little gifts left on the pillow. There's a Mars bar. Love a bounty. It's got drawn in here, just off the main road, which is pretty busy. Kind of started my journey in Balquhidder. Well, visited Rob Roy's grave in the church, and this one seems like a safe spot off the road. They have a serenity garden. I'm just going to go check that out. I wanted to say thank you to everyone who's helped me on this journey. All the people I've met that I mentioned in the video this morning, all my hosts, and to my friend Nayaka, my Buddhist friend who was leading the retreat I was at Dharnakosa, for lending me the water purification tablets, the water carrier, and for just giving great advice. To my adventurous friend Kate, who I went to the Cairngorms with a few weeks ago, who's always inspiring. She's inspired me so much, and we've known each other for probably about 15 years, maybe more. I was her guide, climbing guide in China. She got into climbing, and she so loves the outdoors. We like it in different ways, but the trip to the Cairngorms that we had was my first bothy experience. It was just great. Also, thank you to my friend Paul, who used to be my manager in a climbing shop in London. He lives in Hathersage now. He's into wild swimming now, and he lives to be outdoors, and he's very inspiring. My friend Rich, who loves mushrooms and badgers. My nature friend Ida, who really teaches me to slow down and look at what's around me. My landlord Jerry, who inspired me and encouraged me to make this video. My best friend Kerry, who I love dearly. And my friend Julie, my friend Nikki. I think that's it. There's, whoever else, but it's been a journey. I'm going to stretch, a proper stretch, watch TV, go to bed early, and then hit the waterfall tomorrow before I leave for one final swim. And then back to London until next week when I go to Knighton in Wales. So to be continued. Thanks for watching.